welcome to episode 40 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Wrexham. I'm your host, slightly contagious, but it's alright because we got Vicks Vapor Up, not a sponsor, fortunately on hand to, keep me going. Thank you for being ever so patient with me whilst this video came out. We've just had a round trip to Bideford for a little wedding. Now I'm back with a cold, oh yes. We shall kick off this episode talking to the one and only Posh Cutsy, who coincidentally also has the sniffles. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here, how are you doing? I sense great changes are afoot, prizing power out of the hands of certain players. Marvellous. With every crucial player you sell within this episode, you'll have the opportunity to remove another from that squad role, as these players find out they aren't as indispensable as previously thought. Equally, we anticipate that any defensive-minded sales or cuts will have a profoundly positive effect on the overachieving Alex Brutus and William Ronto. Okay. Toodles! Okay, so what do we mean by defensive-minded players? Any goalkeepers, left-backs, centre-backs, right-backs and the wing-backs, holding midfielders as well. The more we get out the door, the more we'll see improvements on the likes of Willie Ronto. And it starts with an immediate sale of Philip Goodridge. That's not the button that I wanted to press. And it starts with the immediate sale of Philip Goodridge at £2.4 million to Norwich. Felix Rosenberg is also going on a very short loan off to Fleetwood Town to see if we can boost his overall. Now, if we refresh the squad hub, Alex Brutus, Willie Ronto go from 52 overall to 53 overall. The board have given us a super powerful boost for this episode, and we're gonna try and make the absolute most of it. So what have we got in terms of defensive-minded players? And from that, what can we really sell? Sonju Song doesn't look very likely at all to break into the first team. He's had enough game time at this club to give my final decision, so we'll recall him from loan from Crawley Town and get him straight onto the transfer list. Gino August is a good player, but with the chop and changes in the team, Ricardo Neves going back to holding midfield, Gwynfroy might be a holding midfielder. I actually don't think the man from Seychelles is going to be sticking around for too long. We can't put him on the transfer list, and it's just a lot of money being thrown away if we decide to release him. Faridas Asman, as much as I love the fact that he's got Relentless Plus, he just seems like a run-of-the-mill holding midfielder, and bang average is not what we're looking for. He could make us a ton of money in the transfer window. I think Finley Evans is close to accepting a loan offer from Oxford United. Going up the list, Ahmed Razul simply cannot compete for a centre-back spot. He's in a similar position as Sonju Song. We've seen just about enough of him to make that final decision, and that final decision is recall and transfer list. We have not seen enough of Andreas Philakouris, but we certainly have no interest in keeping Eda Ojeda, who's been approached by Coventry City. I could get some serious money back off Moon Monkey, but he's only played one game for Wrexham. I think that's terribly cruel. Let him have the long spell at Brighton and we'll see what happens next season. But then we get into the goalkeepers. Perpart needs a loan. Don't want to sell him. Harry Hutchinson just signed up, so we can't add him to the transfer list, but we can release, because unlike what I said in the previous episode, this club has developed one more goalkeeper that we can go and sign up as a backup to Tobias Tanner for the end of this season. So see you later, Harry Hutchinson. The goalkeeper in question is an Argentinian by the name of Oscar Torres, 20 years old, and actually a decent 68 overall, so will cost a pretty penny. Much like Hutchinson before him, it seems like we'll get a bit of value, though, in this transfer. We might have a chance at a deal worth around 2.15 million. That's all agreed very swiftly. Oh boy, it could be another player that wants a crucial role. He will not drop to important, so it's definitely something that we have to talk him out of through this episode. You know what? I also want to wish him good luck, as he signs the contract to return to Wrexham. Perpart is not doing too great right now, and there's always going to be question marks on Tobias Tanner, so maybe, just maybe, Wrexham start looking at different options. There he is in the Tutti Frutti kit. Oscar Torres, back for 2.15 million. A little check on the other players that we have sold. Ennio Pilato, smashing it right now at Montpellier at 77 overall. Then comes Joseph Tambora at 70, Jack Colley 69, Percus 68, Philip Miller 68, Con Hunter, Fraud Detective 67, Gilberto Caraballo 67, Dion Daniels 66, Flavio Leyva 66, Kinali 63, Carrion 63, Celestine's up to 62, Midjord 61, Blatt 60. So who are the apparent crucial players within this Wrexham side? Well, there's Edo Hader, who will be moving out soon and will cover Oscar Torres' problems. Then we have Bence Maka, very happy to keep him on a crucial role. Perpart's getting loaned out. Gino August does have a bit of an issue here, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Maybe the play is to sell off Nico Mulders because he didn't pull up any trees at the back end of last season. We all know by watching this series that Ioka's got it absolutely set on the right and Maka's on the left. So he could get a very quick sale here, very tasty profit. Recalling him from loan didn't really cost that much. He's got potential to be special, though. Could come back to haunt us in the future. As for Prudent and Newton, we haven't seen these guys properly, so I'm happy to just keep them on loan for now. It's not only defensive-minded players that we have to consider while selling. We'll get Worthy on the transfer list. I do like the build of Greg McDowell. He runs similar to that of Bence Maka, but also we don't really want two Bence Makas on the field at the same time. So now at 68, we can recall him from loan and get some banging money. He's actually moved up to 69. I wonder if we can recall Semi Prasad and get him quickly changed to a centre-back. No, that's going to take 4 weeks. You see, this is the thing. We played Grimsby Town and he actually looked alright. He looked like he was enjoying himself at his new club. So let the man be free. That altogether will give us a good chunk of money. Here's what's happening on the receive offers tab. Loans on the way for Hero Furiapu, Finley Evans, Wesley Perpart, Lokthuk Ung. Big money on the table for Edo Hader. Potential 2-year loan deal to Preston for Ciliato Samasoni. And Colchester cheekily tried to sign up Zviro Van Dinteren. I told them to get stuffed. Hey, speaking of stuff, there goes my nose. It's going to be a right old laugh trying to deal with that whilst commentating. Here's Portsmouth, doing all right for themselves at the moment, only losing one of the last 5 matches. Their rating is really solid, 75 attack, 71 midfield, 70 defence in 7th place. Whilst all that is insanely impressive, they will be going up against the league leaders, so we will no doubt be favourites for this match. I want to say a big congratulations to the player of the episode last episode. It was a one-man competition, Keone Sola, going up to 87 potential. Right then, Wrexham against Portsmouth. Seems like we got a bit of slow responsiveness on the players switching. Here's Keone Sola. Effortless. He makes defending look effortless. I have no doubts that by the end of this series, we're talking about both centre-backs here, Sola and Binns, as all-time greats that are some of the finest in their position. Sorindari to Zviro Van Dinteren for the first goal. It's as easy as that sometimes. Big up Zviro. I love the fact that he's back. Easy as you like. Pick out from the Romanian. This formation is utterly fantastic. Standing tackle by Willy Ronto. About that for a first touch. Sorindari. Everybody flooding forward now for Wrexham. Brutus on the overlap. Big chance for the second goal as Wrexham look rather untouchable. Ooh, Bence Maka, whisker away. Yengi's got Brutus for company. And Ioka helping out. Slide tackle slows down any advancements. There's your first save from Oscar Torres. All right. Corner kick going directly to Willy Ronto. It wasn't great, but definitely better than that pass from Keone Sola. Well, that shot's hit the post. A bit of a scramble. It's a double save, I think, from the goalie, giving us something to think about in the nets. Oh, the two wing-backs here are having a monumental game. Like might see the return there for Vera. Oh, Danny Binns! Solar smashes away. Sorindori takes it down like a champ, and I think Benchmaker is onside. Oh, trying to guide it into the top corner, the opposite top corner, looking very inviting. Thought that pass was coming. It was very quick on Alex Brutus, driving back and winning the ball. Excellent from all four defenders, the goalkeeper outstanding. Vera and the lads from Portsmouth trying to knock at the door, but no one's home. As much as I want to credit all the players, I think it is just Keone Sola that's making that happen. Alex Brutus, stunning today. Danny Binns. Oh, don't slide in there, lad. Don't slide in there. Hey, it's a commentator's curse. Danny Binns suspended. Why are you doing it, lad? He's got to slide in just a little bit earlier than that. They're smelling blood now and changing the whole team around. Can it be even more amazing work from the goalkeeper? No, it's a fine finish from the penalty. Musa hits the inside of the post. The whole landscape of the game has changed because I was a little bit too rash with our Danny Binns at the back. Now will we have a decent defence? I don't think so. Here's Firiapu, he's trying to slide in. Great save. Let's get this ball out of play. Pompey are rapid. All right, Solar against Musa. Should have had the ball. Alex Brutus back to the goalkeeper. It is back to the wall stuff. Go on, Gwyn, throw in. How's that a foul, referee? Vera's going to smash this as well. Ooh, I didn't like the look of that. He had a good trajectory. Aye, Tobias. Go, Gwynfor. It's a big standing tackle. Love to see it. Alex Brutus trying to have a nibble. Yum, yum. Oh, yum, yum. Alex Brutus, you legend. A stunning game. Tom Horioka. There's openings, surely. Sorindari. And now Alan Richards. Ooh. Vera's got too much space. Musa probably trying to find an angle to shoot. It's a great block by Willie Ronto. Brutus. Back to Ioka. How's the cross? Not particularly great, but Pompey's players are deep into their own half. It's took them a good chunk of added time to get going, but now they have this massive chance with the wonder kid Vera to win the game. Penalty match of football, can't complain. Losing right at the end. If I wasn't bunged up by 5,000, we probably win that game, but whatever. Makes the season more interesting. Edo Hader's got his bags packed. He's heading out the door, which means Alex Brutus and Willie Ronto will improve. Sold to Coventry City for just shy of 2.5 million. Hiro Firiapu's got his loan. That's going to be similar to Felix Rosenberg. As soon as we can have him back, he will be returning. Should we loan out Nicky Millward-Ridley? Potentially. Lokthuk Ung is going to get a loan glitch. And the Papa John's has given us a humdinger. What a draw. Newport County against Wrexham. The draws are being favourable in this competition. Oh, they're playing the Swiss style. It's a time to show local rivals that we've left them in the dust. Newport County against Wrexham. Come on, the focus has got to be there. I'm allowed a couple of off days in the league, but in knockout competition, it's all very important. I see that Razul is having the same problem as Alan Richards had a few months back. Here's Rai for Newport, and he's bursting down the middle here. Razul and Sola do well to catch him up. Great save, Sano. All right, it's very evident I'm not playing too good. That's fine. We'll rely more on Benchmaker. He's got fouled there. Alfred Jacinto looking for a worthy cross. Yes! Feed the Benz and he will score! It's a trickle that's found itself into the bottom corner. I wonder if that Ray for Newport is a regen, because he's dominating at the moment. That's a smart save. Can't touch him. He's all over Faridas Asman. Acosti's trying to turn Sola. Solid block by Razul. Tanner then denies the ex-Wrexham forward. He's all over the place. Why can't Faridas Asman get a touch in? Jesus! Caban Wright is a real player. He's smashing me up. 7.3 match rating and losing the game. Only Jacinto has got a higher match rating than that. Alan's going to take his time. Play it back, a simple one to Samasoni. Try and loft up to Nicky Millward-Ridley. That's Cesarinian attacking spot. Jacinto! Oh, mate! If that had gone in, we're talking about potential goal of the season. At the other end of the pitch, Tobias Tanner has made 5 saves. Oh, that's a good ball to Conti. Lovely by Tobias Tanner. He wants this clean sheet desperately. Oh! The amount of tissue paper that I get through is unethical. Not exactly the statement that we wanted to make against our nearest and dearest. I mean, they're not even near and dear. Shrewsbury and Crewe are way closer to Wrexham than what Newport is. I tell you what, that's a great effort by Tobias Tanner. After seeing such a well-rounded performance by Oscar Torres beforehand. Looks like we got a loan offer agreed on Ciliato Samasoni. Let's take a look. He's moving to Preston. Shut the thuck up. A quick loan glitch out to Morecambe from 72 potential. Lock thuck immediately becomes a 62 overall and has a 74 potential. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at this game. Finishing now at 62. I see you. Lock, thuck, making moves. It's what we've decided to do on Hero Firiapu and Felix Rosenberg, who both jump up to 63 overall. We've only got £3 million in the current budget. Looking less and less likely that we're gonna get that new stadium next season. Or maybe not. Suddenly there's some offers. Greg McDowell getting interest from Swansea. Could go for as high as £3.65 million. Just a reminder, the last time we saw this player in action, he couldn't complete a 5-yard ground pass. Go on, pay me £4 million for him. You won't. You won't! Yeah! Money! We're nearly getting £1 million in for Semi Prasad. Who is the head negotiator in this club? Because they need a raise. A big stonking raise. Honestly, I think we can get a bit more for Faridas Asman. 1.45 million. We've got ourselves 1.7 million. Tasty. Alongside that, progression in loan offers for Jacinto, Purpehart, Finley Evans, and Nicky Millward-Ridley. Now we can attempt to get rid of Sonju Song, a player that's not going to have any future. Tension's really high on this. I don't want it to break down. Let's just get rid. So these are your League One standings. We are 2 points ahead of Ipswich Town, and the next game up is against strugglers 21st place Leyton Orient, playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. Hello there. They're unbeaten in their last 5. Let's see a return to winning ways after the Pompey disappointment. Anybody else get this really nostalgic feeling when they ever see snow? Look who's flying forward. It's only Danny Bins! It's only Danny Bins! No! Why are you going with your head, guys? Poetically defending over anything else. Just go with your foot and score a goal there, Danny. Sadly, the second half has not lived up to the standards of the first. The full-time whistle has been called at 0-0. Really don't know how that's ended up in a goalless draw. I was probably just admiring the snow. Is Oscar Torres the truth?
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
Tobias replaced? Won't go down well with the squad. We'll see what happens. It's so long to Faridas Asman. Great name, decent player. Good money, we're getting back. 1.7 million, I believe, this sale is worth. Mansfield Town's approach for Ahmed Rasool is going to be rejected. Not looking for a swap deal. Walsall approaching with £400,000. That'll do nicely. Poof, now then, Wesley Purphart's got an offer from Leon of £6 million. That is a pretty outrageous amount of money. 8 million, 7.5. I think somewhere in and around that ballpark, and we might be saying goodbye to Wesley Purpehart. Oh, mate. 8 million quid! 8 million quid! That's nearly like double his market value. That is an astonishing amount of money. I tell you what, it would really stink if Purpehart decides to go out on loan now. Okay, Greg McDowell moving away from the club. Not before confirmation of Nicky Millward-Ridley's loan. And also Finley Evans' loan. There he is. Okay, Swansea City paid us £4 million for his services. Price range probably going to be A, and it is. Semi Prasad's also moved out for £9 £900,000. Goodbye, Sonju Song. My word, this day has been very busy. Will they be joined by Wesley Purpart? Is this the one? It's Wesley Purpart leaving the club, but dramatically we don't know if it's a loan or a transfer out. He's loaned! Oh, I don't believe it! Wesley, you... Oh my goodness. Oh, guys. I am done. I'm done with this. That was so much money, Wesley. So much money. Oh! Goodbye, Ahmed Razul. He goes to Walsall for £400,000. Tell you what, there's some big offers on the table for Nico Mulders. Frosinone happy to part ways with £5.6 million. I think we'll be selling Worthy for £600,000. We're at the end of January. The close of the transfer window will commence shortly, just after our little game against 13th place Fleetwood Town. They are playing 5-3-2 holding kick and rush football. Oh yes, here we go with 62 overall Lock the Ung up front. It's Fleetwood Town against Wrexham. Fleetwood Town very aggressive in the opening stages of this match. We have Ben Smacker going to try and find Tom Horioka. What a pick out! The two wingers at it again! I do worry if the rest of the series is going to be tight marking like this. Ben Smacker will do less and less dribbles. It's a great ball across. Phoenix equalises with 15 minutes to go. Cesarini will have that. We've got added time to go. Can't even turn. Full time. It was that intense all game. Just no time to think whilst on the ball. It's pretty well done by Fleetwood Town. Hey, you know what? We're still top of the table. Every team below us dropping points. I'm not gonna complain. Who's this leaving? Looks like Nico Mulders. Sayonara, mate. Frosinone snaps him up for 5.6 mil. There seems to be a transfer offer for Alfred Jacinto, which is strange because I don't think I could transfer list him unless he's trying to force a move. Now it looks like we're going to get even more money for Wesley Purpart if there's a deal to be arranged. With a jump up to 74 overall, I think I'm looking at a 7-figure packet, maybe even pushing up to £11 million. Oh, come on! That would be absolutely fantastic for the club. Jacinto's going somewhere, and I very much doubt it's permanently leaving the club. Let's give this a check. It's a loan out to Gymnasia. Lockthuk Ung loan to Grimsby Town, and Worthy has been sold. One of my favourite players just for the name alone in this series. Middlesbrough trying to jump in and hijack the Purpart transfer. Can it get really tasty at £12 million? Or even 11.5? That's agreed. 11.5 million quid for Wesley Purpart is a ridiculous sum of money. Sometimes you just gotta say that the price is right on the player. That's it, confirmation. Wesley Purpart on the right-hand side of the screen moving to Middlesbrough for £11.5 million. It gets us out of any debt problems whatsoever. It's not to say that it's the end of the road for Wesley Purpart. We could be getting into the Premier League and trying to bring his services back into the club. Oh, take a look at this. Our current budget is 24 million quid. We'll focus on snapping up the deals like Joseph Tambora, the holding midfielder at 70 overall, but can be signed for a measly 3.7 million. We'll drop him a very cool £5,000 a week to re-sign with Wrexham. You see, Gino August was serviceable. This guy is probably going to be better. And for the rest, I think I'm going to give it a longer think. There really is no rush to end the entire deadline day experience in this episode. So I'm going to take a very close look at what we've got in the side and make some really smart transfers. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. If you've enjoyed it, then please give the video a like. If you're not subscribed around here yet, then press the red box down below and hit the bell icon for mobile notifications. A big thanks to everybody supporting me financially on Patreon. You guys are absolute legends. My love goes out to all of you keeping track of this series. You take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.